Welcome back to Time Served, the channel that scans the docket so you don't have to. Huffing paint may cause your brain to go to poo-poo. Ramesh thinks that this is the situation right here. And even though this nincompoop thinks prison is the best bet to get back to his huffing and puffing on the streets, Judge Boyd and his parents have other plans. Special thanks to a member, Sharon, for passing this video off to me. I can't believe I missed it, because it is great. Like and subscribe, set your notifications to all. Let's roll, nerds.
Robbery, that's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There are no applications, and the state will take in consideration 2024 CR 2944. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If that would be, we would like that, Judge. We would.
All right.
PSI.
So I find this all very interesting and strange. So he's on San Pedro and cars are driving, and he tries to jump in a car that's driving by. And then I see that he's previously been referred for a competency report. What is his criminal history?
I don't recall that he's got this burglary charge while he was out on bond on Your Honor.
A burglary of a building.
Yeah, right. And but as far as the competency evaluation, he was never found incompetent. So I requested an evaluation because he did not recall much of what happened.
All right, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you?
Because I had got high on drugs, and then I felt like suicidal. So
What drugs have you been taking in the past?
Meth and weed and synthetic. And so I started feeling suicidal, and I started jumping into cars, and then that's when I ran into the lady, and I don't remember physically harming her, but she said I did, and so that's when I got locked up for her because they called the cops.
All right.
She called the cops.
When did you start using drugs?
When I was 13 years old.
All right, what's his criminal history?
He has a misdemeanor marijuana conviction and a reckless injury to a child misdemeanor conviction.
All right, so do y'all think it appears to, how old are you?
25.
All right, it appears to me, I have before me a 25-year-old who's using psychedelic synthetic drugs. I just find it strange that somebody's trying to jump in a car that's going on San Pedro. And if it's where I think it is on San Pedro, I don't think the speed limit is, 20 miles per hour. So do y'all think probation is inappropriate in this case, and maybe he needs to go into inpatient treatment? Because we can go off the record, depending on what drugs he's using, if he's huffing paint and then the synthetic stuff destroys your brain cells, it's prison, and he keeps smiling. I know it's involuntary.
No, because I didn't.
So anyway, just a second. So he keeps smiling and doing this strange, and his eyes are very strange to me, the way they're focusing. So I don't know, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. This is y'all agreement. If y'all agree for him to go to prison, fine. But I don't know if this is a situation based upon what I've read in the police report and based upon what you all are telling me his history is. I don't know if prison is the place for him. Maybe the place for him is safety, followed by whatever to help him get past the brain cells that have been destroyed.
Yeah, well, so
if you want prison, I will send you to prison. If y'all want to renegotiate, perhaps, and have him take a different route, but either way, you're not leaving court today. If they decide to work out something different where you get probation, you're going into custody and you're going to safety to get your brain and your mind right. What I can tell you, I don't think there's anything, once brain cells have been destroyed, I think they're gone. You're just going to have to compensate some kind of other way. You understand? So I just find it strange, the tattoos on the eyelids and the other tattoos, and then he's running along San Pedro. trying to jump in a moving vehicle. So if you want the 6 years prison, I will give you 6 years in prison. If y'all want to renegotiate and see that maybe with his brain cells being destroyed, maybe probation, I'll give you probation. So y'all want to go discuss that?
Yeah, sure, Judge.
All right,
And
thank you.
that's not really our way of business. That's really good.
All right, we're back on the record. Oh, is the court reporter there? All right, I can't see around the computer. We're back on the record in 2024 CR 5800 State versus Jason Montez. Could I have parties re-announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Ed Cano?
And you're Mr. Montez?
Yes.
All right, so the plea still stands. The only thing that has changed is he's applied for a deferred adjudication. And a part of the plea bargain agreement is that the state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 2944. And there's to be restitution, if any, to Nancy Boteo. Did you understand that to be the new plea? Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
And outside the agreement, the state is asking that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service. There's to be no contact with Nancy Boteo in Club 12. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? And did you understand if I were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, I could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? All right, knowing that, do you wish to go forward with this plea as opposed to the 6 years in the prison?
I'd rather do 6 years in prison.
All right. Then he wants the 6 years in, you want the 6 years in the prison?
I'll do the prison.
All right, so he wants the 6 years in the prison.
Well,
Okay.
I'll do the probation for right now.
No. This is what's going to end up happening. And I understand, and I'm having patience with you.
Okay.
We can go off the record. So I understand that synthetic drugs have done a little number on you. All right. So this is what I want you to understand. There are two choices you have here today, and there are only two choices. There's no third choice. And something is going to happen with your case today. Do you understand? Now, let me just tell you what your two choices are. First choice, you go to prison for 6 years. You understand?
Yeah.
Second choice, I give you probation and try to see if somebody can reprogram you and help you with the brain cells that you've destroyed from using drugs. So that would mean that maybe there's some mental health issues that are developed because of your use of drugs, right? And then get you help with using drugs. So those are your two choices, prison or probation.
I didn't do the probation.
Now, let me let you talk to your client just a little bit. And if you could work through the haze and the fog and make sure that he understands.
Yes, sir.
Probation.
All right. And that tattoo on the side of your head, does it say no cap? All right. Is that like no cap? Like I'm not accepting a cap of anything? Or is that you don't wear a cap?
Set cap of it.
Okay. So it's a good thing your agreement wasn't a cap to anything because he's not accepting that. All right. We're going to go back on the record. So this is what the court will do. Do you want the deferred adjudication or do you want prison?
Take the probation.
All right. So this is what the court will find, that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. I'm going to sentence him to 8 years deferred adjudication. Taking consideration 2024 CR 2944. There's to be no contact and restitution, if any, to Nancy Boteo Do you have any children? How old are you?
25.
All right. Do you have any family support? Mom in your life? Anybody in your life?
They're present, Judge, his mom and dad.
He needs a lot of help, okay? So what, he's going to end up going to get evaluations at the jail. So once those evaluations are finished, is he welcome to stay with you all or no? All right, if you two could come up, please.
Mr. Montes, stand over here. Your back against it.
All right, I'm not going to put you under oath. I don't think it's necessary. I'm just trying to get some information. All right, so has he ever had any type of mental health issues or anything else going on in his life?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, what issues?
A lot of drug use. A lot of, he talks to himself a lot from a very young age. He'll wander off for 3 or 4 days at a time. And a lot of drugs at a young age again. So
So let me ask you this. At your home, are there any people there who are underage?
No.
No.
All right, so if he were allowed to stay with you, who would all be in the home?
just me.
That's
Just
true.
the parents.
Yes.
Okay, and what is your name?
Jason Montes.
And your name?
Rose Roman?
Rose?
Rose Roman or Roman?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, so this is what I want to let you know what's going on here. I think there's some issues going on here, so instead of sending him to prison, we're going to try to get him some help. Now, it's going to take a while because evaluations take a while. So I'm going to grant his application for deferred. He's going to go back to the jail. At the jail, they're going to interview him to see if he has any mental health issues. They're going to interview him to see if he has any drug issues. They're also going to interview him to try to determine maybe if the drug use, the synthetics, or whatever else he's doing has messed with brain chemistry and brain cells. So it's going to take a while. Probation is here, and probation will take your numbers and everything so that you'll know what's going on at the jail. He's an adult, so you won't get a lot of information, but probation will come out to visit you at your home to make sure everything is going okay with him at your home. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I don't, I mean, I don't know.
I have a question.
Sure.
When he's released to us, is there anything I can help him with, like report and things like that?
Yeah, you can. If you'll just make sure that probation has your information, and probation is going to give you the probation number. And with that number, if you have his name, his SID number or case number, you can call if there is an issue. In this court, I want people to be successful in probation. So if there's an issue where you see he's starting to fall off track, it's best to get in contact with his probation officer immediately so we can try to get him back on track. Otherwise, he's looking at 20 years in prison.
I would like to also add that, all they can help him with mental issues, like you stated, because I've seen him numerous times have a full-blown conversation with himself.
Okay.
And answering himself and crying and laughing, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I tried my best getting him all types of help. So,
All right, we're going to see what we're going to do. And I'm going to set up some things for him, like the Center for Healthcare Services and all of that. Okay.
thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. And Ms. Abrams, can you raise your hand? That's probation. She's the one who's going to end up going over conditions with him. And she'll give you the number to probation so that you can call. But probation, once he's placed with you, probation is going to come out to your house because I require them to do field visits.
Yes.
So just know that they're going to be coming into your house to see how he's doing.
This one.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. It's going to be 8 years deferred adjudication. Take in consideration 2024 CR 2944. As previously stated, no contact and restitution, if any, to Nancy Forteo. He's to reside with, could y'all whisper in the box? He's to reside with Jason Montes and Rose Roman upon release. We'll do a referral to felony drug court. That's to be in custody. TAP evaluation in custody. MIC eval in custody. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 120 hours of community service restitution. And probation, that'll be probated. I think the main thing we need to make sure is that he has the mental health and the drug issues under control. Probation, is there anything else? All right, thank you. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice.
No contact with alcohol and
Well, no, it's a no contact order with Mary Nancy Boteo. Did you all want a no contact order with Club 12, or you all want him to do Club 12? Or is the burglary of the building related to the Club 12?
That's the complainant.
Right.
Well, we'll do, whoa. See, because he may need to do 12-step program. What is the location of that building?
102 James Drive. James is Phames.
All right, there's to be no contact with 102 Thames Drive. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?